right, welcome everybody. Thank you for being here. We are live, and my name is Sam. Welcome to the Flipside. We are going to be playing a game here together, and we're going to be doing the solo mode. So we're going to be playing Scoville, second edition. Now, Scoville did come out a while ago, and this second edition is relatively new. Let me go ahead and I should have done this before we got onto the stream here, but we're going to go ahead and do this real quick. All right, so it looks like 2014 is when Scoville originally came out, and Tasty Mental Games is the one that put it out. And I'm looking because I'm curious as to how much of a dip. Oh wow, yeah. Vincent Dutrait's artwork makes a huge difference as far as how the game looks. And the cubes of the old game have been replaced with little peppers. And they're made out of plastic, they're not wooden. So there you have it. Came out in 2014, so this is actually... Ow! Luca says hi. Hi, Luca! How are you doing? Good to see you. So this is an 11-year-old game, but it just got a reprint, a second edition, in this year, 2025. So the second edition came out. It has Vincent Dutrait's artwork on it. It also has, I believe, the newer things are, there's one called In the Lab, I think is what it's called. What is it? No, just Scoville Labs. And that is another variant that you can play in it, but it also has a new Lone Reaper solo mode. So there's that as well. And we're going to be playing the Lone Reaper. And so we're going to go ahead and get that done. So this is an 11-year-old game, but it does have a new coat of paint on it and some new things going on as well. Ms. Mormon is here. What's up? What's up? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. And let's see, live chat there. And I want to make sure I'm live chat over here. I am. Okay, good. So we are ready to go. Now, let's go ahead and get down to the table, and we'll show you what the game looks like. Now, this board is made up of kind of like, it's puzzled together. So the corners, the corner pieces are puzzled together here, but it is double-sided. And then this piece right here pops out of the middle. It actually pops out pretty well too. It's one of the things that I like about it. Hopefully it doesn't, like, over time mess up the edges of the board. But you see how that kind of comes out, and then we just kind of pop that back in, and it has a little snap there. I don't know if you could hear that, but has a little snap. It just kind of pops into place like a puzzle would, and I think that's pretty cool. Randomly determined, the three basic colors for peppers are blue, red, and yellow. And so at the beginning of the game, you take one of each of those into your hand and randomly determine which of the two, which colors are going to go in these two starting spaces. And then your farmer here is at the beginning of the turn is going to have to start here on this star, and then he can move around during the harvesting phase. Now, the game happens in each round happens in a number of phases. When it comes to when it comes time for the first round, an auction normally happens, and an auction will happen with these cards right here. But in the solo mode, there's no auction. These are just used to bolster your personal stash and get more peppers put out here. So basically, in the solo mode, during the auction phase, I'm going to choose one of these two cards that come up, and those peppers will come into my personal stash. Then I'll do the other card. I'll immediately plant the peppers that are on the second card out here, and then I'll be able to also plant one of my peppers from my personal stash in there. So that's the auction phase, which is basically just turning over two things, and then the planting phase happens right after that. Then you're going to go to a harvesting phase. And the harvesting phase in the multiplayer game, you're able to move 3 spaces on the board, and basically you have to choose what direction you're going to head in. So if I'm starting here, I can head that direction or I can head this direction, and it basically opens up the 3 nodules in front of me. So I could go 1, 2, 3 like that, or I could go 1, 2, 3 like this. Now that's in the multiplayer game. In the solo mode, you can go 4 spaces, not just 3. So keep that in mind. But whenever you go to, or whenever you harvest, you're going to look at the peppers that are in the adjacent plots wherever you're standing, and they are going to produce a pepper based upon this breeding spot. So if I put another red pepper right there and go there, so red and red makes 2 reds. But if I put a yellow over there, a red and a yellow would make orange, and so forth and so on. You have this as a cheat sheet during the course of the game, so you don't ever have to really remember how everything goes, but you'll probably be referencing that almanac for a while, but it will eventually become second nature to you. So that's harvesting. Wherever you stop between 2 plots that have peppers in them, you get to get a pepper based on the breeding chart. But if you go to a spot that has an empty plot and then a pepper, you don't get to harvest anything. So where things are planted really kind of matters. Then you'll go to a fulfillment phase. And in the fulfillment phase, you'll be able to, in the solo mode, you'll be able to purchase a market card, which is up here. You'll be able to try to accomplish one of the objective cards, which is down here. Or you'll be able to complete one of the recipe cards, which is over here. Now, I said or, and I shouldn't have. You can do all 3 of those things if you have the peppers for it. The peppers / money to do all 3 of those things. So, for example, it takes peppers to fulfill market stalls up here. And for these recipes down here, this particular objective card, you're using money to buy more red peppers. But some of these objective cards are also going to be selling peppers as well. So what you're able to do all 3, but what you're actually able to do is dependent upon what's in your personal stash of peppers over here. All right, so that's the fulfillment. Now, there's going to be 5 rounds of the morning phases basically, and that's the yellow, the morning batch, and the morning batch down here. Then, after that, there will be 5 phases, or rather 5 rounds of the afternoon batch. And you'll see that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 objective cards in the morning, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 objective cards in the afternoon as well. So after all of that is done, you're going to add up your points. Points are from these things over here, they're from these things over here, and then they're also going to be from those objective cards down there as well. And then I believe you get points from the flame icons of the market cards, recipes, objective cards, bonus tiles. We haven't talked about those yet, but if you don't use one of your bonus tiles, it will be worth 4 points for you at the end of the game. And then you also get 1 point for every $3 that you have left over, and the highest score wins. But in the solo mode, it's going to be based upon how we do is going to be determined by this farmer scale right here, shown right here. I think the last time when I played this the day I got it, and I think I was a picker. So I scored in between, around 120 to 129 points. I think it was 122 or something like that. But I was a picker, so I'm trying to do better than a picker this time. That's pretty much it. It's really just planting the peppers that you need in the right areas so that you can breed the kind of peppers that you need to finish these recipe cards and to fill these market stalls and all of that other kind of stuff. And you go 10 rounds and then you see how you did. Now the last thing are these bonus tiles. And normally, for example, I can only plant one pepper. So this will allow me to plant an extra pepper if I use it. But in essence, I'm using 4 points to plant an extra pepper, so it better give me more points in the long run than I used to actually do that. This one is a double back once. So that whenever you're harvesting, you have to continue moving in the same direction. You can turn 90 degrees left or right, but you can never turn 180 degrees and go back in the direction you were coming from. But if you use this tile, once during the course of the game, you could go 1, then turn 180 degrees, 2, 3, 4. You could do that. So that's if you use that. But again, it's worth 4 points at the end of the game if you don't use it. And then here you can move 1 extra step, and that simply means that you can go you can normally go 4 spaces. That will allow you to go 5 spaces in 1, and these are one and done. So they're one-time uses, and they're worth 4 points at the end of the game if you don't use them. So that's pretty much it. I start with $10. I start with 1 each of the 4 basic peppers, yellow, red, and blue. I don't know if you can see it very well, but these do have like a Y engraved into it for yellow, an R engraved into it for red, and then a B engraved into it for blue, and then O's for the oranges, P for the purples, G for the greens, C's for the, I don't even know what those are called. What are those C ones called? It's a name of the pepper. I don't know my names of peppers, people. How many P's can I say in one sentence? Let me go. There's got to be here somewhere. Charcoal. Charcoal peppers? I didn't know there were charcoal peppers. But anyway, there are 10 white and charcoal peppers. And then we also have the infamous ghost peppers, which are actual, they have little ghost faces on them, which is pretty funny. All right. Have you played it with Jesse yet? I have played it with 2, but think it might be better with 3. I have not played it with Jesse yet. I've only taught myself how to play it, and then I'm playing it solo. I do want to teach Jesse how to play because I think she's going to enjoy this game. Chocolate peppers. I don't know about that, although it does sound good. I haven't played it solo yet. Hello, PK. Good to see you. Thank you for being here, buddy. All right. So that is pretty much the game, and we're just going to go to it. Starting with the auction phase, and we already kind of started that by flipping over these 2 cards. Now, in the auction phase, I'm going to be able to choose one of these 2 to become the pepper that comes into my personal stash. And that's normally what happens when you're auctioning off these different things. But keep that in mind. I'm going to take this one, and that's going to let me add a personal a blue pepper to my personal stash. All right, so that's going to happen, and that's pretty much the end of the auction phase, so to speak. Now what happens is we take 2 blues, and we're going to plant these immediately into the field, and then I'll be able to plant 1 more from my personal stash. So what we're trying to do here is we're trying to gauge the different things that we're wanting to get out of these peppers. So I'm going to put 1 there. And I think I'm going to put, oh man. Let's see, I'm going to be able 1, 2, 3, 4. So maybe if I put 1 up here, and then I put 1 here, and then for another one, I think I'm going to play, because I'm about to buy a whole bunch of those guys. I think I want to put 1 right here. as well. That's going to give me an orange. So that's the planting phase. So I planted the two reds, I'm sorry, the two blues from the card that we didn't choose. Then I planted one of my own, the red one right over here. So now, during the harvesting phase, I can take my dude here and I can move him 4 spaces. Now again, 4 spaces is only for the solo mode. In a regular game, you're going to do it only 3. So I'm going to go 1. Okay, so I'm basically starting, I'm going this direction. I'm going to go 1. That gets me a green. I go 2. That gets me an orange. I go 3, and because I have an empty plot here and a yellow, nothing happens. And then 4, this is going to get me a purple. All right. So there we have the first harvesting phase. And since I went 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to actually stay right here. Now, on another turn, on my next turn, I'll be able to pick him up and start heading in a different direction if I want to. He's not stuck going this direction now, but I'll stay just like that. And now we're going to go to fulfillment. Well, that was loud. Let me go ahead and turn that down here. Sorry. All right. So now during the fulfillment phase, I can do one of these, and one of these. I think it's only one. Let me just double check that real quick. I'm pretty sure that's how I played it last time, but I just want to make sure. Planning phase. In addition to fulfilling one market order and one recipe, you may also fulfill any one objective card that is located on the board. So yeah. So it's one of each. So I can do one thing here, one thing here, and one thing here if I have enough peppers and money to do that. All right. Now, the way this works down here is that objectives are going to slide down. And if they ever slide off, they're going to be worth -2 points at the end of the game. So I really don't want these objective cards to slide off. I want to try to do them. So it gives me something to try to do. This is kind of a simple one because I can just use money to purchase more. And it's worth me doing it. Let me just go ahead and do this one first. All right. So if I spend $4, $6, or $8, I get to take 2, 3, or 4 red beans and put them into my personal stash. What that's going to do is I'm going to be able to claim this objective card, and it's going to be worth 3 points for me. But because I did it in this slot, it will also be worth an additional 2 points at the end of the game for me. So if I do that right now or in the next round, I'm going to make this 5 points for me at the end of the game. I'm going to go ahead and do it right now, though. So I'm going to go ahead and spend 1, 2, 3, and 5 is 8. That's going to allow me to take this card. It will give me 4 reds. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's put that yellow back because I didn't get that. So it gives me 4 reds to play with. And then this card comes here. And I keep the 3 and I just cover up the 2 like I showed you before. And that tells me that's going to give me 5 points at the end of the game. All right, so I've done one objective card. Now I can also do a recipe card and or a market card. So if I use 1 green pepper, so basically I'm selling a green pepper for $5. Or I could sell 2 blues for $2 and a tan, which is not bad. Or I could do the same thing with 2 reds. Now that's important because I have a lot of reds over here. I don't have too many blues, so I might do that one. This one over here, I would have to give up a yellow and an orange, which I do have. I get 3 coins, a tan, and 1 point at the end of the game. And then 1 blue over here gives me 3 points. 1 point and $3. I think what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to go ahead and use this 1 green and get $5. And that will basically just go away because it's not worth anything, any points at the end of the game. So I get $5 back. All right, so that's that. Now I look over here and I look to see if I have any of the things that I need to accomplish any of these recipes. I don't have to start in a specific place. They're all available to me at any point. So easily do that one. I do have a purple, but I don't have a green. So these are out of the, and I don't have a white or a charcoal. So those are out as well. So it looks like just one of these two is going to be the one that I'm going to go for. And I think what I'll do is I'll go for the, I think I'll do just the regular ones here, and that's for 3 points. So that goes over here. I put those back because I finished that recipe. All right, and so that is the end of the first round. So at the beginning of the second round in the auction, we're going to flip over 2 more auction cards here. Then we're also going to flip over another objective card. If I hadn't fulfilled that objective card, it would slide over 1, and then this one would go right next to it. So what this is telling me is that I can trade in 3 oranges for a purple and a green. I can trade in 4 oranges for 2 points and a purple and a green. Or I can turn in 6 oranges for 6 points and a purple and a green. So I'm trading orange in. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that anytime soon, but we'll see how that works out. I am telling her I can't text much more. So hopefully that'll stop for a little bit. There we go. All right. So that's that. Let me turn. Why did that go back? All right. Now I think I'm silent. All right. There we go. Okay. So I've turned these 2 over. Got that one going over there. And, all right. All right, I think I'm going to take this one, and that's going to put a green into my thing here. And then this is going to plant 2 reds immediately. So I think I'm going to put one of the reds right here. And 1, 2, 3, 4. That would be cool. And I think the next one we'll put it down here. So if I go here, I'll get 2 reds. If I go here, I'll get a purple. So those are the 2 reds that I just placed. Now I can place one from my own stash. And this is where it gets a little bit special because now I have some secondary peppers out here. So I really want to try to get where I can start getting some of these charcoals and these whites. So if I put, for example, if I start putting some of these out, if I put a purple and I go and put that next to an orange, that'll get me a white. If I put an orange next to a red, it'll get me a tan. So this is where the breeding chart really starts coming into play, and you start kind of understanding a little bit more about what peppers are going to be doing what when they're placed next to other colors. So which one of these do I want to put out there? I want to keep the orange because of that objective card down there. But the green, the blue, the purple, and one of the reds is definitely up for grabs, so to speak. So, okay, I'm going to be getting 1, 2. I'm going to be getting three oranges. So I'll have 4 oranges, and that'll get me that. Maybe I want to put... There's a lot of recipes out there that call for blue, so maybe I think I'll put this blue out here because that'll give me a spot that'll give me 2 blues, and it'll also give me another spot that'll give me a purple. later on. So that might work out pretty well. All right. So that is the auction and planting phase. Now we go to harvesting. So we're going to go ahead and go this direction now. We're going to go 1. That gives me an orange. And then we're going to go 2. That gives me another orange. Then we're going to go 3. That gives me another green. And then 4. That gives me another orange. So there we have that. And that is it for my harvesting phase. Now we go to fulfillment. And this is where it gets a little interesting. So no, I don't want to give any oranges. So that one's out for right now. I could do 2 reds. That'll give me $2 and a tan. And I don't need to worry about buying anything right now. So I'm okay with having a little bit less. So yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go 2 reds, and that will give us a tan, and it'll also give us $2. Okay, and once again, since there aren't any points on there, we don't need to keep that around in our tableau. So that's that. Now, I know I'm going to be using those. What can I do? Can I do anything with any of these things? Green. Man, I really want the points down there for that, but I really could use some more oranges here. What I might do, since I'm set up pretty well to get more oranges, I might just kind of wait and see what I can get. So if okay, I don't have a blue, so I can't get that one. I have a purple, an orange, and a green. I could go ahead and do that. Bum, bum, bum. Purple, green, and red. Let's do that one instead, so I don't use those oranges just yet. So a purple, green, and red will allow me to do this one right here, and that's going to be 5 points at the end of the game for me. So I'm just going to put those like that, because that'll let me see those a little bit easier. So red goes there, purple and green go here. All right, and I'm going to not do this one right now because I'm still going to get the +2 over here, but I might be able to get 6 oranges next turn. We'll have to see how it works, but that's all I'm going to do. Just a market and a recipe. I'm not going to do an objective. So now, beginning of the 3rd round, we're going to put out 2 more auctions here. Look at that. I get another orange. Oh, I could have got that extra 6 points. Well, maybe I can still do it this time. We'll see. And then this will slide over 1, and then this flips over. All right, so this is buy yellows. So that's good because that's just money. It's not have to worry about peppers. All right, so that is where I'm at. I think what I'm going to do here is I am going to take this orange, and that's going to give me another orange in my personal supply. Then that goes over here. And we're going to plant a red. So that one's going to come right out. And we're going to see where that's going to go. Let's go with... Let's go over here. No, let's go down. Well, yeah, let's go down there. So that's going to give me a purple if I go there. And then... what do tans give me? If I do, now here's the thing. If I put a tan out there, it doesn't mix well with any of the other colors except itself, white, charcoal, and ghost. So until I get another tan pepper out there, or a white, or a charcoal, or a ghost pepper in the field, the tan that I put out there is going to get me nothing. So... what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to use this green and put this green out here. Now green with red will get me a tan. Green with another green will get me a charcoal. A green with an orange will get me a white. So let's go ahead and put this one right there, just like that. And we'll see how that goes. All right, Phillips here. What's up, dude? Doing the Hot Ones challenge if he loses, right? Maybe not on this stream, but that's a possibility. JT and I have been kind of kicking that around a little bit. This game would pair well with a hot sauce challenge or a tasting. Greetings, kind souls. Hello, Dice Matrix. Good to see you, sir. All right, so that's that. We're done with auction and planting. Now we're going to go ahead and go to harvesting, and I'm going to go 1 for an orange, 2 for another orange. So I do have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have what I need to get max points out of that trade orange card. So this one's extra. Now let's see, what do we need down here? We need a purple and a green possibly. Could we get that? I think we can. So we started right here. So we went 1, 2, 3. That's going to give me a green. And 4. That's going to give me a purple. Boom. All right. And that's all I need to do. Now we're done with harvesting and we go to fulfillment. So, fulfillment. Ugh. All right, well, we're just going to go ahead and first of all do this because it's what we've been planning on doing. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 oranges, and we're going to do this one right here. That gives me 6 points. I get a green and a purple. So I should have paid attention to that and maybe gotten something else. Oops. So those go back in here. I take this. It gives me 2 points. Where is it? There it is. So that worked out pretty well because now I've got 8 points there. That's pretty good. Pretty good indeed. All right. So I didn't do any of these up here because I don't have the peppers for them. So I'm going to do another recipe over here, this one right there, and those go in there just like that. Boom. Roll. And that goes right underneath there. Okay. Looking good so far. So this has been my 3rd round. So this is going to come out here like this. Another one gets flipped over. And then 2 more of these gets flipped over. Okay. All right. That's going to get me a tan. I could... Ooh-wee. Huh. Do we need any more oranges? Yeah, we kind of do over there. For that 3, but yeah, we need 1 down there for that 7. Interesting. What does yellow and green give me? It gives me a tan. All right, I think I'm going to do this one. That's going to give me a red and a yellow. That's the one I chose. And then we're going to plant a red. That red is going to go... Yellow and blue gets me a green, right? Well... Where does this red one go? Maybe up here for another purple. 2 purples give me a charcoal as well. That might be good. I'm going to do that, but then I'm also going to do that right there. All right, so it'll be tan, charcoal, tan, purple. Doesn't give me a yellow, but I already have a yellow. I don't have an orange though. Okay. Think I can do it. I think I can do it. All right, so that's all that. So we're gonna turn around this way, and we're gonna go 1 for an orange, 2 for a purple, 3 for a tan, and 4 for a charcoal. Because 2 greens together, green and green, makes a charcoal. All right, and then we go to fulfillment, and I can buy me some yellows. Oh, there's sell blue as well. Oh man, hope the blues come out next turn. That would be cool. All right, so first things first, we're going to oh, I don't have any blues. Nutty. Nutty buddy. Oh no. Oh no. I keep saying that. I don't have any blues whatsoever. None. Nada. Goodness gracious. Well, I'm going to have to wait on that one, buddy. Okay, well, I'm going to do this and this for this card right here. All right, and that's going to give me $3. So I'll put 2 in and get a 5. That's $3, and I get a 10. And I get 1 point. So that one's going to stay over here with me, because that means I get more points. Dude! All right, so now I'm going to spend some... I'm going to go ahead and buy 4 yellow. I'm going to put 10 in and get 2 out. And that gets me 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow. Don't have the blue. And I'll be able to get a 2-pointer on this since it's there. And that gets me some mo points. So that's good. Let's move some of this stuff up out of the way here so I have more room. Boink. All right. Now, that's the end of the turn. So this gets over. Another one comes out. Sell yellow. Hello. And then 1. Oh, there's the blues. Oh, sell blue and sell yellow. Look at that. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm definitely doing this. I'm going to get this one. This is going to give me a blue and a yellow. All right, that goes in my personal batch. And then this one is going to plant a blue. And so that's the end of the auctioning phase. Now we're going to go plant. So this one is planted. And since we need more blues, might as well come over here and do this. And then Well, I'm not doing too good on the recipe side of things right now. This is the 5th round as well, so I need to do some stuff here. All right, well, I am harvesting at this point, so what do 2 tans get me? They get me, okay, I got it. So that blue went out. Now I need to choose one of these things. What do charcoals give me? Charcoals basically give me what they are next to until if I get them next to a tan, it gives me a charcoal. If I get them next to a white, it gives me ghost peppers. So that's pretty cool. Let's move this over here. Okay. All right. Well, let's see. Put the blue down there, so I'm definitely heading that direction. So what should I also do? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Could put something there. What goes well with blue? A yellow does, but I need the yellows. What does a charcoal do with a blue? It gives me another blue. Do I want to use that charcoal that way, though? I need an orange. No way I can get one right now, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I don't know if it's a good idea, but we're going to use the move 1 extra step. Just used 4 points. Hopes it's... Oh, wait, what am I doing? I need to put charcoal down here. That's what I need to do. Okay, so I'm going to go this way. Go 1. That gets me another tan. 2 gets me a purple. 3 gets me an orange. 4, that gets me 2 blues. 2. And then 5. That's the 5th one. That gets me 2 more blues. Missed it by 1. It's okay. I'll get the 5 points out of it. 5 points and $5. Wow! Sweet. All right, so that's the end of my harvest phase. So now I'm going to go ahead and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blues for this one. And because it's there, it's going to get me 2 points. So we'll go ahead and take this on over here. And I did 5, and it also gets me $5. So there's that. So that goes there. You put it on the level that you completed on. You put the extra token here on the level that you completed it on. All right, so that's that over there. This is my last chance to get either of these two, and I don't have any blues left, so poo-poo. And then over here, what can I do? I don't have any blue, don't have any blue, don't have any blue, don't have any blue, don't have any white, so I can't do any of those. Wow. Bad juju. What if I only did 4? That would give me 2 points and $3. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put this down here, and I'm only going to use 4 of my dudes, and I only get $3, so I have to put 2 back. There we go. So I'm going to do that because I want to do some other things over here, and I've got the ability to do it. There's a tan, an orange, a yellow, and a blue for 7. So I'm going to do that instead because I really don't want to whiff on 2 things on the same round. That goes there, that goes there, that goes there. All right. So now, since we are at the end of the 5th round, and we know that because we've gone through 5 of these morning batch cards, all of the morning batch market cards go away. They are done. And the 5 afternoon batch cards come out. All right. And then, instead of drawing from the morning batch cards for the auction, we're going to draw from the afternoon batch. So these can actually go away, but we'll leave them there for aesthetic purposes. Nothing else happens over here. These are all still available. And this will move over 1. We have one of these come out now. And what is that? Buy charcoal. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! That's cool. Afternoon batch. 2 oranges or a green. Ooh. We need yellow though, y'all, because we need to sell some yellows. Let's see, what's orange going to give us? Orange and a blue. If we can get some blues, we do have the ability to get some blues. Wow. Things to think about. How does the end game for scoring work? Is it tiered scores or just besting your previous scores? It's tiered scores. I showed it earlier, Philip, but you weren't here. So it just has a tiered scoring here. The first time I played it, I got picker, but I was doing the planting in the auction phase in solo a little bit wrong, so that might have gotten skewed a little bit. I might have just been a cutter or a tiller instead, but because there were a lot more beans out there than there are in this game. But I'm doing it correctly this time. Let's see here. There's a scale. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, Shauna. Or is it Shauna? Shanna? I can't remember. I know it's an S. I know it's S, but I can't remember. All right, so let's see here. Charcoals. What do charcoals get me? They get me whatever they are placed next to, unless I get it next to a tan or a white. So we really want to get that one next to, see, what is a tan? Charcoal and tan gets me another charcoal. Well, that's not that great. How do I get white? Orange and orange, purple and purple. No, I'm sorry. Green and orange, green and purple. Yeah, green and orange, and green and purple. So we need to get some whites out here now. I think we'll put, oh, wait. I haven't done anything yet. All right, so now we got to choose one of these two here. Green and orange. Yep, I think I'll do that. So we're going to take 2 oranges into my personal supply here. And then we are going to plant a green immediately. So that's the end of the auction phase. Now we go into the planting phase and we're going to do a green. So green and green get you a charcoal. That's not bad. So we will do that. And then green and purple, or orange, really. Sell yellow. Buy charcoal. Wow. So maybe I don't want to do this. Green and green gives you charcoal. I'm about to have a lot of charcoal. So maybe we place that here. Get myself another tan. Okay, so that's the one that's planted, and then we're going to put purple and green. Purple and green get you a white. So we will put a purple right here. Might be better to put it here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it might be better to do that. So we're going to do that. And so that is the planting phase. So now we do harvesting. I think I'm going to continue going this direction. That'll get me purple, tan, green and green, charcoal, and white. So yeah, I'm going to go here. That's purple. Here. And green and red are tan. And then here, green and green are charcoal. Didn't really need that. And then here, green and purple is white. Alrighty. So now we go into the fulfillment phase. So now I don't think I can do, I can do that one, which gives me another charcoal. If I do charcoal and a tan, will get me a white and 4 points. I think I'll do that. Charcoal and tan. I'll do that one because that gets me a couple of points and it gets me a white, another white. So that'll be coming right over here. Those will be going in there. So that's that. We're going to sell. And oh, so close. 2 whites, 2 tans. Ah, almost. Okay, anyway, I'm looking ahead. Sorry. Let's see here. Okay, so I'm doing 4. I'm selling yellow, so I'm doing 4, which is this one down here. It was in the +2 spot, so I get to take this, and since I only sold 4, I get $3. 1, 2, 3. These go in there, and this comes on that bottom spot right there. So there we have that. And then I don't think I have everything to do. I don't have a blue, and I need blue, blue, blue. I'm only missing a red and a ghost right there. And I'm only missing a red here. I could have got this one, but I'm missing one red. So that's going in my sights for next round for sure. And that's that. So, whoosh, flip this over. Selling charcoal. Well, well, well. And then we have afternoon batch, 2 cards, 1 and 2. Whoa! Hey, hey! Bump, bump, bump. All right, so I'm definitely doing this one. So that's going to be a red, a yellow, and a blue. That's a really cool one, actually. So I am definitely going to be getting that 16-pointer later on. So that's that. Now we plant a purple and a green. All right, so I think we'll go with a purple right here and a green right here. And then I need to plant one of my own. So these 2 could be held for that 3 over there. Yeah. Okay. So maybe I want to plant a purple. What do 2 purples give me? Gives me another charcoal. Charcoal and white. Oh man, we need to get some more white. That's okay. Purple and green gives white, and we're going to get another one. So All right. Charcoal and white gets that. So let's go ahead and do... Let's do a purple. What does purple and red give us? A tan. That's not cool. How about a yellow? What does the yellow give us? Yellow's not very good either. Oh man, what am I gonna poop? Poop. Let's do an orange next to a purple. That's gonna give us more white. So let's put the orange right here. All right, so that's the planting phase. In harvesting, we're gonna turn around and we're gonna go green, green, which gives us a charcoal. And then we're gonna go green, purple, which gives us a white. And then purple, orange, which gives us another white. Come on, get out of there. Green, purple, which gives us another white. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. I think that was it, right? Yeah, a charcoal and 3 whites. Okay, so that's that. Now we go to fulfillment. And in fulfillment, I'm definitely doing this one first. So 3 tans, 2 whites. Oh, I don't even need 3 tans. I need 2 tans. 2 tans, 2 whites, and 2 reds. Boom, boom, boom. And that is this one. Alrighty. And then, what else can we do here? Could we... Oh, I don't have enough to buy 3 charcoals. No, yes, I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. Yes. That's going to be 2 points as well. So I'm spending $10 to do this, and it's going to give me the +2. And I spent $10, so I get 3 charcoal as well. Boom. And that is 1, 2, and 3. So 3 charcoal. All right, so I did one of those, I did one of those, and now I have the opportunity to do one of these as well. I could do the 2 purples, which will give me 2 tans. Whites, 2 charcoal. Ooh, 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 ooh. So we're not getting rid of any of the whites. No, I could, because 1, 2, and a charcoal, and then 2 whites. That's... So I could do a white and a tan. That gets me another charcoal. So I think I'll do this one. Or a white and a purple. Yeah, let's do that. I have more. So a white and a purple. Boom. Gets me 4 points. And a charcoal. These guys don't like to stay in their boxes very well. Look at that. Okay. So this guy's done. He comes over here, and he's going to be worth some more points for me at the end of the game. So we got to keep him over here. So I feel like I'm doing pretty good here, peeps. But, you know, famous last words, right? Okay. Did I? No, we did that. Yeah. Because, yeah, I'm pretty sure we did that. Did I miss something? I don't think we did. I just didn't move that card. All right. Next. Sell green. Well, that's gonna stink. Could sell charcoal though. That's gonna be something good, I think. All right, so we have one green and one charcoal. Wow. Well, I think we're gonna go with the one charcoal to go into my personal stash here. And then we're gonna plant a green. So that's gonna come out and go immediately. What does orange and green give us? Gives us another white. We could definitely use some of that. So we'll go right there. All right. Charcoal. All right, so that is the green went out here. And then something else to go out there. What is charcoal and green? It gives you a green. Charcoal and tan gives you charcoal. Charcoal and white. I need to get more white, and I need to not use them on these things. But we're going to get some more white here in a little bit because we've got a lot of other stuff going out there. So, white and charcoal. What does charcoal give us? Two charcoals. Yeah. Do I want to put a charcoal out there? Or do I want to put those purple out there? Purple can give me whites if it's next to greens. It could give me a charcoal up there. So yeah, let's do that. Okay. Now that's the planning phase. Now we go to let's see, white, charcoal, charcoal, purple and green, white, charcoal. Okay. All right, we're gonna go this way. So we're gonna go one. That's a white. Two. It's a charcoal. Three. It's another charcoal. I'm going to double back once. So I just gave up 2 points. So I get to turn around. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is another charcoal. So that's going to be for that card. That's going to be for that card. All right, so that's the end of harvesting. Now we go to fulfillment, and I'm going to sell charcoal, and I get to sell 4 charcoal, 1, 2, 3, 4, for 8 points and $6. So I get some money back, but it gets me 2 points as well. All right. Up here, I don't have 2 purples. I do have a white and a tan, which gives me another charcoal. Green and a charcoal. I don't have that. Poop. All right, I'm going to do white and a tan. I'm not going to have... I need to plant this white so I can try to start getting some ghost peppers. I need to put a white over there next to that charcoal so I can get some ghost peppers and try to get these things. So I won't do that one then. And I can't do anything else. Erg. Erg. Yep. Don't have that. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. It's probably a bad idea, but I'm going to do it. Gets me another charcoal and 4 points. So that one goes down here. All right, this scoots over. Second to last round, selling orange. 1, hey, 2. Okay, not bad. What else gets you white? I need a ghost though, so I'm gonna take a purple. Then the white is going to get put way the heck over here. Whites and purples and reds, they only do that, so I really need it next to a charcoal to get a ghost. All right, well, that's the best I can do. All right, so that's that. I need to plant one out of my own. So I'm going to put this here. And I'm going to plant an extra. So put that right there. All right. So now we go to harvesting, and green and green gets me charcoal. Okay. All right. So let's just make a beeline here. Green and red, I believe, gives me tan. Green and red, that's a purple. That's an orange. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a green. Okay. Sell green, sell orange. That's not really doing me any good right now, so I can't do either of those. I do have 2 purples, which will get me 2 tans. I do have a charcoal. That's what I want. I have a charcoal and a green, and that's going to give me 4 points and a white. So that's going to come down here. Boom. All right, and that's that. Can't do any of those down there. And over here, I'm going to do 3 charcoals because this one is 2 whites, 2 charcoals, and either a white or a charcoal. So I'm going to use 3 charcoals and 2 whites to finish this guy right here. So that's kosher. All that goes there. And then I can't do any of those things down there. All right, that's that. So this scoops over here, that goes over here, and the final one goes over here. Own green. Gee whiz. Well, that would have been good to know. Charcoal and an orange. What? Sell orange, maybe. That's going to get me some more points and some more money. Sure. So I'll take this one. That gives me an orange. And then a charcoal is going to get planted immediately. What does 2 charcoals give you? 2 charcoals. Don't really need more charcoal now, though. I need red. That could work. I could really use... What happened to my green? I gave it away. Oh, no. The 22 is gone. Oh, well. That was a bonehead decision. Okay, well, I think I'm going to place this right here then. Oh, I can't get the whites though, can I? I can't get 3 whites. White, blue, and a ghost. Oh, I will be able to do that one, I think, though. Yep. Okay, cool. All right, so now we're done with... Oh, no, I got to plant one of my own, right? So I need to save these. Yeah, I need to save those. And then I can place any of these, but I'm gonna sell these 3 oranges for some cash money and some points. So we'll place one of these purples out here. I don't know, we'll just place it right here. Doesn't matter. All right, now we're gonna go here. That's gonna be 2 reds. 1, 2. I'm gonna put one of them up here. Then we're gonna go here, a charcoal and a red. Charcoal and a red gets me another red. And then we're gonna go charcoal and white. Gets me a ghost pepper. What? He's gonna go right here. And just because I want to. So wait a minute. That was 1, 2, 3, 4. I get another ghost pepper. Just for la 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 la. Okay. So now after harvesting, I go to fulfillment. Fulfillment, I'm going to go ahead and use my two purples to get 2 tan and 3 points. So that's going to go up here. Looks spicy. Oh, Karen's here. What's up? What's up? Is this an old game? Yes, it is. This is from 2014, I believe. But this is a 2nd edition that was just published this year with Vincent Dutrait's artwork. Okay, so that was this. Then I'm going to use a white, a tan, a red, and a ghost pepper for this little guy right here. And then down here, I am going to, I'm going to sell orange. And I only have 3 to sell, but that's 4 points. So, and $3. So we'll take, there we go. So that's actually 5 points. So we sold 3. It was on the 2 spot. So we get to put this down here, and that's going to be there. Alrighty. Did this. that's the end. So I did well in making sure I didn't get any negative points over there, which last game I did, I think I got -4 points altogether because I just couldn't do some of those things. But there's that. Oh, nasty. All right, so I'm going to move these down just so that I can kind of spread these out a little bit, and you guys can see the points that I'm counting up and make corrections for me if need be. So I'm just going to try to do this as easily as possible. These go away. Boom. And this goes up here. These are not worth anything. Peppers that you have left over are not worth anything, but might as well just get them up here out of the way. And some bucks. All right, so and are those all in the, yeah, they are. Cool. All right, so let's see here. I have got 19 and 1, so that's 20. Then I've got 6 and 4, so that's 10. And then I've got 3, 3, that's 6, and 14, that's another 20. And then I've got 16 and 4. And then I've got all right, so I'm at the end of my being able to get things together, I think. So I got 20, 30, 50, 70, 75, 82, 82 and 8 is 90. Then I have 100, 110, 118. This is another 4 points, so 122, 126, 131, 135. So I got 135 points, which 135, I am a gatherer, which is higher than the picker that I got last time. Hey. So that is the solo mode of Scoville. Pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Sam's a gatherer, right? All right, that's the way to go. Is it out now? Yes, it is. It is currently available. I actually picked this up at one of our local stores here in the area in Leavenworth. It's a store called the Krampus Cave. It literally has like an aisle and a half of board games, and that's my only interest in the store whatsoever. It's not necessarily a good game store, other than they do have actually a good selection of board games, but it's not a place where you can go and play games or anything like that. But it has a lot more of like pop culture type stuff in it, and but they do have a pretty decent selection of board games. I will say that. And we picked up Scoville, we picked up Forest Shuffle Dartmoor, and then we also picked up, oh snap, what was that third game that we picked up? Oh, hold on. It was Dartmoor, the standalone Forest Shuffle game. Scoville. Oh, and Ticket to Ride Berlin. Ticket to Ride Berlin. That was the other one that we did. We picked up. And we played. I taught myself how to play this immediately that afternoon, and then we also played a two-player game of Berlin together that day. Then we played Berlin yesterday here on the channel with my daughter and Jess. So we bought 3 games and we've already played 2 of them. And Dartmoor's on the chopping block. It's going to be played here pretty soon because we really enjoy Forest Shuffle. But that is that. Thanks for the playthrough. You are welcome. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. I am going to get back to work editing. So thank you for being here. We appreciate the time that you've taken out of your schedule to do that. Hit that like, subscribe button, and hit the bell icon as well so that you can be let know when we have more videos coming available. So thank you for being here. We appreciate you. We'll see you again on the flip side. Take care. Will you play Dartmoor? Yes, we will. We might even do it tomorrow because we haven't decided yet, but that might be tomorrow, Karen. So come on back tomorrow. Oh, David, I didn't know you were here. Good to see you, buddy. Sorry.